Are we live?
Yeah, we're live now. Oh no,
my
I
God.
forgot to update the information. Oh, I forgot to update the information about what the podcast is about. Anyways, what is up?
Can't you like do that?
I can, yeah, I can do it later, but it's live now. What is
Whoop.
up, everybody? I am Goku, also known as King Mexico. This is Geeks 5 Ever, Monday's Trash Talking Podcast.
Woo!
I have a lot of hiccups and burps.
We're gonna trash talk people.
I literally
Yes.
just choked down my food.
Hold on. I'm gonna host us on my channel.
Yeah.
Yes,
Where is my channel?
Remember, brand ambassadors, make sure you share the podcast with all the groups. I'm going to go online right now and change the information because today we're talking about body odor at convention.
Ah, cool, yes.
Oh my God.
I forgot about the topic. I was like, what's the topic? I literally just asked you last night what the topic was. Hey, I'm not known for my brains, okay? My memory is absolute crap. Okay. Bring me my chat. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Ooh. Come on.
Alright, I
Okay.
changed it on Facebook at least so y'all can share that. So it is called Body Odor at Cons. Yay. We're going to talk about that. We have some comments.
Sure.
Why can't I see the comments on the comment thing?
Oh, okay, there we go. I've shared us.
All right. All right. I'll be just a one comment.
I just got your text, Saki Kitty, that says try again.
Alright, so there's that, and then we're gonna go on the Book of Face.
The
Book of Face. There we go.
Book of Face. Oh, that was you. Okay, sorry.
I can smell you from
Sorry, I
I just
distracted.
showered, bitch.
Uh-oh, is somebody calling you out?
I showered.
Ooh. Hold on. I'm also gonna open it up on my phone for chat.
because I don't bathe in it. I don't take a bath, and I can't
Shower every single day.
That's right.
Shower every single day of a con. Like, no joke. And then, ladies, on Saturday night, the best thing to do is, like, just fill the bathtub halfway and just soak your feet with Epsom salt. Get all your girlfriends around, take a couple of drinks, and just soak them feet because them heels are horrible.
Because I'm all for that.
You guys are
Dude, yes.
like Jesse just woke
Everybody
up and put on a shirt.
get naked and soak in the bath.
Alright, so I want to address some of the issues that we've been having a lot lately. So when it comes to doing the podcast, I'm always looking into different ways to do it, like how we have it now. You know, different programs, different attachments to OBS, different methods, different ways to do the podcast. And so one of the ways you could do it was Skype. Unfortunately, Skype doesn't work that well doing it live. Skype works if you're pre-recording it and it's perfect, but when you do it live, it doesn't work that well. I can turn up my volume. I had to turn down my gain because my fan was on because it gets hot in my room.
Alright, now I'm gonna open up the chat. Okay. Alright.
I'm pretty sure you can hear me now more.
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
And turn off.
Yes.
Like I'm. So I have.
How about okay? How about that, Edgar? How about that?
I wonder if I can do it like that, so I can just look at the camera while reading chat. Hey, it works. Keep me focused, bros. I gotta close that. Hello, friends. How are we today?
Everyone.
Okay.
Still the same volume? Oh no! Rest in peace.
How about
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Alright, cool. I get to see a little bit.
Well, over here, I've switched over to my headset. My poor microphone. My other one I was using last time, I guess, was just too quiet. So
Right, well,
we're gonna try it this week with this.
I turned up
And
to my microphone
I think it's that we're loud compared to you, us ladies.
Okay.
Not like it's a bad thing though.
Oh no, I can hear myself.
So, well, people can't hear Goku right now.
Okay. They're saying they can't hear me. What the fuck?
Well, I'm here. It's like one person's like, I can't hear
Everything at the beginning of every single
I
podcast.
can literally hear me.
I can't hear
me in the live stream. I was listening to it on my phone, and I can hear me.
You're like a 3 and they're like a 7. Maybe adjust the volume if you can.
Maybe the sensitivity. I don't know.
My mic is also like 2 inches from my face, so.
Damn it.
I have to speak loud because like one is like right over there.
At the beginning of every single podcast. I hear me. I am loud, damn.
Ooh, there's a kitty in the background.
It's saying that
yeah, that's
picking up my
evidence.
voice. It's saying that it is picking up my voice, and it's saying that So let me go ahead and okay, how about that?
Yeah, that's evidence.
Hello? Okay, how about that?
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Can y'all hear me now? How is that better? Is that better? Okay. Well, I turned up my volume. It's really fucking loud. Alright, how about that?
I don't know if people can see me. I'm like painting below. I'll take pictures of it and show it on my Instagram. Like, I'm like, technically it's dying. I'm dying of some, like, trim for Daggy's room, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I'll probably be making my little fox potatoes as well. I got new subscribers on my Twitch channel. Every time you subscribe, I give like a little fox potato. But that just means I have to draw all of them and cut them out and ink them. And I didn't have any last night, so I spent like a long time on stream doing that. So, yeah.
I'm planning to make, like, because I was like, I need to make an icon and everything, so I'm planning to have, like, cat ears next time. So I'll just dress up like a cat when I'm on stream.
Yay!
It'll be like a personality or something, like, so people won't recognize me.
Alright.
I have like three pairs of cat ears hiding in one of my dresser drawers.
I turned up my my game to the fullest amount. It can't go any higher. So, hopefully y'all can hear me.
Y'all hear him good? Change the volume amplifier. Yeah, we're doing that. It's like, no, not better, not better.
God, I hate my voice.
Oh,
I don't want to hear.
Echo.
Yeah. So, hopefully y'all can hear me.
Now you sound like a robot.
I got
Y'all hear him good? Change the volume amplifier. Yeah, we're doing that.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I can hear us loud and clear, Sticky Kitty.
Yeah, that's fine.
Goku says that would be awesome. Oh, we can repeat what he says.
Hey, we're repeat what you say, Goku.
Oh no.
I will repeat everything.
Now you sound like a robot.
Okay, how about that?
How about that? Yeah, I can hear us loud and clear, Sticky Kitty.
Alright, how's that, everybody?
Goku says that would be awesome.
How's that, everyone?
We can repeat what he says.
Can you repeat what you say, Goku?
Alright. Yeah, that might be too loud. Alright, how about that?
Now you sound like a robot.
Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, so I had figured it out. So I guess
when I ripped out the power box and replaced it with another one, it might have reset. I don't know why, but the settings, like something's going on with my OBS today. I'm not gonna make an excuse. Something's going on with my OBS, and it just all my settings. I had to log into my Restream to be able to see the comments, and I can't see the comments on the OBS. So I'm using the app, which I normally don't use. So there's just, I guess all of my, I'm like, God damn it, my equipment's not working today. There's always some fucking thing that's going on. But like I said, this is something that normally people don't do. People don't normally do a live podcast like this, especially like this. Whenever you see them, they have like all kinds of professional audio. They have people that are doing it for them. They're monitoring the studio programs, and they're watching everything. Do you work the shaft? Did you work the shaft? Yes, I did.
We worked the shaft.
So today's podcast is about body odor at convention. So now one of the things that plagues conventions all the time is body odor.
I want to bring my baby in the stream.
Thank you. I like the new layout. And by the way, the new layout is being done by Facebook. I found a way to be able to change it so I can move everybody around. So it's really cool. No, I moved everybody around. I gotta get everybody back.
I am sending a link to on Facebook to y'all if y'all want to buy some masks. Right now, the masks there are free shipping. So free shipping for anyone that's living in the United States. So if you want a mask, come and get them because I have the materials, and they usually will ship within 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
So have fun.
While you're buying your mask, you can come on right now and buy your used Trunks underwear. That's right, I have Trunks as used underwear for sale.
I put that on like my Etsy site.
It's got
underwear. No, I can't do that because they've been doing that now.
I got his used underwear for sale. It smells like ball sweat and it's got authentic chocolate churro stains. Chin's face.
Disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, body odor at cons.
Body odor at cons, yes.
Like, I had to deal with that on a personal level with this one guy. Oh my god.
You're always dealing with.
I mean, if you ever... There was a previous stream about nice guys, and I was talking about one person that I knew. We used to be friends, we're no longer friends, and how he smelled. Like, I asked him, like, hey, why don't you take a shower? And I even got, like, man soap, like, smelling like the forest or something. And he just would not take a shower. He's like, yeah, I took a shower. And I'm like, when did you take a shower? Tuesday. And I'm like, it's fucking Friday.
Well, what's up? We have a commenter for the first time joining us. Sean, what's up? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and leave them there, and we will address them. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was younger, whenever we would wear those big ass cosplays and we would sweat our asses off, I'm like, nah, man, I don't. They're like, hey man, go shower. Like, and then a lot of us were like, hey man, I don't need a shower. I got Axe body spray. Axe body spray. It's shower in a can. That's a bottle of water. I don't have Axe. I'm 30 years old. I don't use Axe. I'm not 19. It got real quiet. Real quiet.
People are messaging me. I'm like, what's going on?
Because you're popular. You're popular. Hey, what's up? So you're on the podcast?
Kitty, are you the creator for the anime Matsuri face mask? Fuck no, because they will never pay me. Oh, your face. You're like, oh. Because they will never pay me.
Remember, folks, Anime Matsuri. It now comes with 10% more COVID-19. Damn it, I said it. We're supposed to say White Claw because of the...
We can't say the C word.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot we can't say...
We can only say White Claw.
Or bod spray. I think bod spray smells better than Axe body spray. When you... The thing in high school is that people they would go out there, like you had the teenagers that would go out there and smoke cigarettes because it was cool. So they'd be in the back smoking cigarettes and they'd try to mask the smell with Axe body spray.
Or for girls, they'll use that vanilla scent. That vanilla scent was popular like in the 90s.
Yeah, but that was better than...
It just smells like vanilla. And I'm just like, they'll just spray it all over them. And I got so sick of vanilla. The scent of vanilla. It was disgusting, especially mixed with cigarettes. I'm just like, no. We all know you're smoking. I can't hear her. Can you hear her?
I think Jen's on mute.
I think you're on mute, Jen.
That's right.
Like,
I'm not the only one having technical difficulties today.
Like, I see your mouth moving, but I'm like, what is she saying?
She's talking trash about us. Quick.
I know.
Oh my god. I was like, why do they keep talking over me?
Yeah, curved. So.
I'm sorry.
I don't know how I muted myself. I really don't. I haven't muted myself in Facebook. I have a little mute button right here, so I don't know.
It happens.
Too much of something is like
too much body odor.
Body spray, like it makes me want to hurl. It's it's just too much. Like, body odor mixed with cigarette stains or cigarettes mixed with like cheap perfume. Oh no.
Blastoise reporting in. AM had their stream yesterday. Their streams are significantly better quality. At least your video and audio sync up.
Oh no.
Wait, is their streaming that bad on Matsuri? Well,
I don't want to say anything because it's gonna sound racist, but it's like one of those old karate movies. Sometimes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Matsuri is never really organized when it comes to streams or podcasts or anything. I mean, like, we admit that, like, okay, we're running technical difficulties. Difficulties. But, you know, that's Matsuri.
Well, there's a difference between us and them. They have, I hope they do. They have a producer that's monitoring the video that helps, because you can't just, like, doing stuff like that on your own is really difficult. You have cues and stuff like that.
As you have seen here.
Like, because I can't look at the camera and look at the damn stream to make sure everything's running smoothly and look at the comments. But, like I'm doing everything on my own. That's why we have so many difficulties. Difficulties.
Yeah, it's so dude, the stream. I'll have trouble pronouncing words.
If you sign up for our Patreon, it's $100 a month. We'll let you touch Saki Kitty's butt. Just touch. Just touch. Not grab. Not grope.
No.
Just like one finger. E.T. phone home. Don't trademark it. Hashtag it. Hashtag Diffakitties. Diffakitties.
Saki Kitty's ass.
Hashtag Saki Kitty's butt.
I'm gonna take that in.
Hey, man. We already got our first donation. We'll split the profit. Don't worry, I got you. Somebody's like, I'd rather take you to dinner.
Nuggets all the way.
Oh my god, what is everybody's obsession with chicken nuggets now?
Want to pay $100 and buy me some nugs? Dude, you can buy 40 nuggets at Wendy's for like, God.
I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet. That's why I have not. What's up? Hi.
One like deep.
Saki Kitty butt. No, you know what would have sounded better than Saki Kitty butt? Saki Kitty booty.
No, I can't touch my boobs in stream because
not boobs, booty.
Oh, I was like boobs. I'm like, yes.
No, boobs. I came here looking for some booty.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry,
Aw.
everybody.
During the stream, they brought in the JAV actress. Oh, the Japanese adult video actress. She's cute. I think they heard the podcast and made her sit behind a Japanese sign. Look, I'm in Japan and not a Japanese store. They're petty enough to listen to my podcast. All right, whatever that Mexican guy said, we're gonna do the opposite. Just prove him wrong. All right, they run a shitty con. Now they're gonna run a good one just to spite me.
For real.
Talking about how terrible our con is, well, we're gonna make it better, like on time.
I'm gonna.
Money.
We're gonna have 2 ball pits. We're gonna have 2 ball pits.
People on time actually give them money.
Whoa! They said good, not spectacular.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
I can't even weigh much because I've never been to Anime Matsuri. I've only like
Hello.
heard all of the stuff in the news as far as like all that's concerned. So like you guys are like trash talking it. I was like, all I've heard is really negative stuff from where I'm at.
No, it's.
I heard lots of negative.
I know.
But right now we're talking about con funk.
No, we're talking about con funk. The worst VO I had to smell at a con was a homeless guy who smelled like a decomposing body.
Ooh.
So,
Oh.
McD chicken nuggets, Dairy Queen chicken nuggets. Okay, no, what kind of chicken nuggets do you want? McDonald's, Dairy Queen, Wendy's, or Burger King?
Wendy's, yeah.
Wendy's have like really good chicken nuggets. I love their chicken nuggets.
I'm like over here, like my body doesn't feel right because I literally inhaled my food before we had to start.
Yeah, I did. Oh. He's over here all healthy and stuff, drinking his water, and I got like a whole cup of Dr. Pepper.
I'm trying to lose weight.
And just drink water, guys.
That's right. Actually, yeah, drinking a lot of water. When it comes to body odor, drinking water actually helps with that. You won't smell as bad.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Right. Also,
Chick-fil-A, no.
hey, for
We don't
the
support them.
fellas, for the ladies, pineapple juice. What did you eat? My mom made some sopa.
I'm gonna keep that information to myself.
No, we don't keep anything to ourselves here.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through downtown Houston during a console is like straight piss. I know, right?
Oh God, yes.
What did you eat?
Okay, so
I ate sopa.
There are some situations where like it's kind of understandable, like if they're at a convention but they do like an outdoor photo shoot, but they're like costume's super heavy, it's got a lot of layers, it's like 110 degrees outside, like that's something like you can put on as much deodorant and body like deodorant, anti-sweat, perspirant stuff, and like you're still gonna sweat and it's still gonna smell, but like it's a matter of fact of like, oh hey, I know it's gonna be hot, so I'm gonna wait to put on my costume and wait to go outside until the last second, and then I'll come in and take that costume right off, and then like take a shower or something, or take the necessary precautions to like clean themselves.
I've done that.
I've done that too, and I was like, oh god, I smell horrible. All right, immediately up to the con hotel room. But there are some people who go to conventions and they don't shower. Like, not just the whole weekend, but, like, leading up to the con, like, especially cosplayers who are pulling all-nighters to finish costumes. I used to do that, but, like, shower every day, y'all. Shower every day, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's all it takes. All it takes.
Okay, to address the, I'm sorry, but sometimes, yes, there are scenarios where people... Okay, we'll give them that. There are some people, though, that have no excuse. Okay, I'm sorry, but when you show up to a con, it's 12 in the afternoon. It's lunchtime on Friday, and you smell like you haven't bathed in 2 weeks, and it's been a couple of hours, we're going to have a fucking problem. Because I once went to a con where I had a stuffy nose, so I was like, I can't breathe, man. I have to breathe through my mouth. And then, like, somebody walked past me, and it cleared up my sinus. I'm like... I started gagging, and the hotel staff were like, "What's wrong, sir? Just give me a room." I'll check into my suite later and just give me something. Where's the pool?
I think there was ninjas. I think there were ninjas. But there was actually a group of people, I think they got banned or something, but they actually had Axe body spray and Febreze. And if you smell, they'll like start to Febreze you.
That happened up here too. Somebody got banned for having Febreze and spraying it on everyone.
I was just like, part of me was like, okay, that's kind of rude. That other part of me is like, wow, you must have really smelled for order for somebody to risk themselves.
Who hurt you?
No, like at San Japan 2009. 2009. It was San Japan 2009. I was working with the people that ran Kamikaze Con. I was working at their booth, and they paid me like $100 for the weekend. So I'm like, hey man, I'm not gonna be here Saturday because I have the cosplay contest, and I'm gonna go to the rave. He's like, that's fine. We close at 6 anyway. So I do all that. I go to the rave, and it smelled so bad. It was so bad. It was like walking into a brick wall of stench.
Wow.
I walked in there and I was like, nope, I'm just going to go. And I literally said this to my friend, you go have fun. I'm going to go to church and pray for these people.
Oh no.
He's like, dude, it's like.
That's probably why I stopped going to raves.
He walked in there after me. He's like, oh. He's like, he walked in there, smelled it after me. He's like, oh, good Lord, I'm going with you.
Wait, there was a requirement at Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. I remember reading it was like an article or something where like if you smell, they deduct points or they won't let you play or something around those
No,
lines.
they won't. Yeah, no, there was one tournament. I have to look up the article, but there was one tournament of Yu-Gi-Oh and it was like a national championship one. If they made you lift up your arms and they would smell you. Like you had to lift up your arms, and they were like they weren't really like they weren't like all up in your face. They were like 12 feet away. No, not 12 feet away. I'm sorry. They were like 12 inches away or something like that. They were like a good distance, like a foot away from you. And if they could smell you while your arms were up, you were disqualified.
Ugh.
Imagine like having to put that as a requirement for a tournament. That says something. Like, okay, guys.
Imagine being that guy in the line, like having worked a long time to like build up his stats and like get good sen, and then he gets there and he gets disqualified.
Are y'all reading these fucking comments?
It's all going off.
Are y'all reading these damn comments? Look at them.
I'm reading. Oh yes.
There's this. This is from my friend's perspective. This was a couple of years ago where we were going to cons and there's so much people that we had to have 2 rooms, and we usually have like a guy's room and a girl's room. So all the girls were in one room, all the guys were in the other room, and then apparently the one that just doesn't take showers, and he was in the guy's room, and he went in there and he just stunk up the entire room to the point where my friend was like, I was willing to just go to your room or the girls' room. I will sleep on the floor. I just don't want to be in that room. I just sleep there. Can I just sleep here or just sleep here for 5 hours? I will
sleep in the tub.
I just can't be in that room. And I was tempted to do that, but he was like, no, because it's all girls and I don't want to. He wanted to respect our privacy, and I was like, honestly, all the girls knew you would have come. I was like, yeah, pay me $100, sleep on the floor.
Somebody
really do that. It was so bad.
Somebody brought up a good point. They should make Febreze stations.
Yes.
Make a little booth of that.
That's what Geeks 5 Ever is gonna do from now on. Geeks 5 Ever, we're gonna offer when we open up our booth and promote our page and promote the group, and like we're gonna start selling shirts and hoodies and hats and all bumper stickers and all that good shit. We're gonna sell $1 3 sprays of Febreze. You walk into it like perfume. No, we won't do $1. We'll probably do like 25 cents per spray. Like walk right into it like royalty, and you can walk around not smelling that bad.
I think it was Anime Fest a couple of years ago. I was excited to go, and I remember seeing a post online about somebody who was going to be in the artist alley. And they were like, "We will give you free deodorant. We are buying multiple 12 packs. Come by and grab them if you feel like either you or somebody you know needs it." And like, I thought they were joking, and I remember going in the dealer's room, and like half of their like little display thing that they had on the side was just free deodorant, please take. I was like, oh wow, they really out here calling us out, huh?
I mean, there's conventions that sell deodorant, body wash, hair, like those natural ones, and I buy a couple of those because I like that. But surprisingly, they get good business. I'm like, why do you sound like shampoos and conditioners here? It's like, well, because people need them.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start selling little dollar deodorants. We're gonna, of course, increase the price a little bit so we can make our money back, because we're not gonna go broke helping people, but
$1.25, $1.50.
that's right, $1.50. Like it. So we're gonna sell little deodorants. We're gonna have, and for the people that I can't use deodorant, I'm allergic. We're gonna have baby powder and baking soda. We're gonna have baby powder. I don't know if baking soda would work. I don't think that's good.
No, baking soda would not work. That would cause sometimes burns. That's what some people don't use deodorant, because it burns.
Yeah, but baby powder won't burn you.
No, it won't.
And baby powder would actually help with the smell.
And you can always buy all natural deodorants, and there's ones for men and women, so you can't just go ahead and be like, I can't use that. Well, there's natural ones.
Or you know what you could do? You could take like a bar of soap and like cut off like a little bit, like a little shaving part, and just put it underneath your arm so it'll help. I've seen somebody do that at the con. Like, there are people that are broke as shit. They don't have money for a room. They don't have money to eat. Yet they like smell okay. They didn't smell great, but they didn't smell bad either.
But if you can afford a ticket to a con, you can afford deodorant. And y'all got your stimulus check, so I know you have enough to buy deodorant.
Not everyone got a stimulus check.
Money. I spent that all a long time ago.
One con had seminars over proper body odor.
Oh my god.
Here we go. I wanted to cosplay Hitmonlee. Why do y'all think it is? Like, I get some people sweat, but do you think some people can't control it maybe? Or was it due to their upbringing? Maybe mom and dad didn't bathe. I think... Okay, so what I think is this. I think because some people have, like, maybe one cosplay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the cons have this... A lot of people that go to conventions have this problem. Mm-hmm. They'll go to a convention. They can't afford a hotel room. They can barely afford food. They're practically living off of sugar packets and water. They didn't bring anything. They didn't bring a toothbrush. They didn't bring toothpaste. They didn't bring deodorant. And they're wearing the same cosplay all weekend. They might not smell bad in the beginning, but like Saturday, they'll smell like shit. I can't afford deodorant. I bought a tiger.
For real though?
Aside from one or two, I never really hear people calling smelly ones out. No one's telling them to go shower. I hear general announcements, but never, hey, do you stink? Go you stink, go shower. No, that is not true. People are always telling me, especially my friends at Goku, man, you stink.
Yeah, it also, like, depends, because, like, if you hear it from, like, a female rather than a male, like, it's a lot less, like, combative. But also, like, for me, if I notice that somebody's, like, a little more on the stinky side, sometimes I'll just, like, kind of, like, pull them aside or, like, whisper and just be like, hey, maybe you want to go put some deodorant on. Because, like, I've been in that situation when I was, like, a small bab going to conventions and, like, didn't know, like, much about taking showers every single day. It was, like, every 3 days or whatever. And I was in that position, and, like, I don't want them to get down the line and, like, be embarrassed for that, for smelling, because it's something easy that they can fix.
Right.
So... It's just, like, if you notice, like, it's happening, like, I would say, like, just pull them aside and just, like, give it to them, like, Goodwill style, and not just be like, hey, you stink.
Bruh,
out of here.
I had to take off my socks and put them next to my face so I couldn't smell you.
No, I remember one time... I was at a convention. It was San Japan. It was during the heat wave when we were having like those fires in Texas. That was like months on.
All right.
And I was in my Connor outfit, Edway. It was a Connor Kenway, and I did a photo shoot, and I think I did it for an hour, and I was like, too much. I'm not gonna, I gotta go inside and rest up. And I went straight to my hotel room, and then I could like smell myself. I was like, I was only in there for like an hour, and then I was like taking off my costume, and I was like, it was like a banana peel or something, which is like peeling the layers off. I was like, oh my god, I must have smelled terrible when I was just walking back to my hotel. But I took a shower right then. I was like, no, I'm taking a shower, put on some regular clothes. I'm going photo shoot for the day. Screw this. And
I mean, some people do stink, especially if you're going out of town. Like if you're going to like from Houston to Dallas, it's kind of hard to like not develop some body odor because you're sitting in a car. You might be sweating. Your back might be sweating, or it could be any number of things. Every time I go to a con, I'm like, listen, can we check into our hotel room? We just drove 5 hours. And I smell like the great outdoors. Is there something you can help us out with?
No, the great outdoors sometimes smells a lot better than...
Not in the city.
In the city, yes. But in the country, it's nice.
Do I look like I live in the country?
I mean, it's good to tell people, like, hey, you might want to take a shower. I mean, I try to do that with, like, my friend, at the time, a friend. We actually, like, took him to the side, not in front of public, like, hey... you should take a shower, and he got offended. He literally superly got offended, and we had everything, and was like, hey, we got manly scents and everything, just go ahead, take a shower. No, it offended him so much. It pissed him off. I'm like,
that offended him. We have somebody that hangs out with us at the cons. His name is Booty Warrior.
What?
And he is savage as hell. He is savage. No, he doesn't sound like him. He just wants booty. He's like, I came here looking for a man's butt. Because he's always advertising that he wants.
Very well,
he's always, yeah, no, he didn't, yeah, but it's just that he's gay and he likes the hookup, like he likes hookups. He really likes them. He's always trying to like see every dude he knows naked for scientific reasons. But there was a dude in our party, and the person like really smelled bad. At that point, I was too drunk to even realize it. But Booty Warrior walks up to him. He's like, "Girl, you smell so." It was a dude. He just said, "Girl." He's like, "You smell so bad. You're turning me straight." And the dude was just like heartbroken, horribly, because that's fucked up. You're so off center, Jen. It's throwing me off. I hate it when they get offended.
Further back than that.
Oh my god, the comments! I hate when they get offended. Like my nose was fucking offended.
But Jose has a good point. He says, that reminds me, do you wash your non-cloth cosplay? I feel like the past stink sits there, waiting to reappear and wreak havoc on the next time it's used. And like, there's always like different ways to wash your cosplays, like even like non-cloth ways. You can always like send it to a dry cleaner. If it's fur, there's like special dry cleaning ways to do it. From home, you can steam them.
You could.
There's ways.
A steamer, actually, if you ever want to invest in that, a steamer, and sometimes if you just put like a little drop of like, I think some people say like perfume or something, and you just steam it, it kills the bacteria, and it also leaves a nice scent. It's pretty easy to do. I usually hand wash all of my costumes, and just do it by that way. So I know I do it correctly.
Don't do what Goku does and just throw everything in the washer and pray that it comes out not torn. But there are some cosplays that you are not able to wash that well. Okay, so mascot cosplays that are inflatable, like plastic ones, like the dinos. For those, your sweat gets trapped inside the cosplay. So what I recommend you do for those is, for like the Pikachu mascot one, I would take a carpet cleaner, like a scented carpet cleaner, like Lysol carpet cleaner, and I would spray the inside, because the carpet cleaner actually gets rid of odor more than Febreze does.
Good advice. I didn't know that.
Right, no, because it's meant to clean the carpet, which you're dragging your nasty ass feet through. Not y'all. I'm talking, but I'm talking about in general. Like if you're like me and you walk outside barefooted to take out the trash, that's what carpet cleaner is meant for. It's meant for stains and odor, and for pets as well. Mm-hmm. and they can have a bigger stench than people can sometimes. So for the mascot ones, I recommend a carpet cleaner for the inside, maybe steam cleaning it. Most of the times with mascot cosplays, especially like Pikachu, since it uses foam, you can't throw it in a washer. And you can't just wash it because you could ruin the cosplay. So getting it dry cleaned is definitely the best way to get mascot cosplays clean. But with the Dino one, what I would do is I would just take off the electronic fan, just take off all the electronics from it, and soak it in water and let it air dry. Like open it up, turn it inside out, and let it air dry, and then turn it back and then let it dry. So for that, I mean, there are ways to wash your cosplays. At cons, the carpet cleaner comes in handy because you can't just wash the cosplays on the spot. Mm-hmm. So you would that's what I do with the poncho, because I'll sweat. Everybody knows I sweat my ass off like at night when I'm sweating like a Mexican. And so what I do is, so it doesn't smell like shit the next day, is I fucking pour Lysol carpet cleaner, fabric cleaner. It's fabric cleaner or carpet cleaner all over, and it smells like lime. And I'll ask Asian. Asian is the biggest dick you ever meet. He'll tell you straight up if it smells awful. Like, it smells fine. Okay, good enough for me. It'd be like that sometimes. My self-esteem was offended. I hosed down my turtle shell, and that thing can take a beating. People that go to convention smell as bad as gamers. God, that's a low blow, man. That's horrible. I had to literally peel off that Zaldin cosplay during A-Fest after 2 hours. Flip it inside out, spray that hoe, and let it air out. Yeah, that is one of the best ways to do it. But the
airing out, yeah.
I wouldn't do I wouldn't do just Febreze or Lysol, because that's more for like killing germs. Like, I would do like a fabric or carpet cleaner, because that will actually get rid of the bacteria of the odor.
Yeah.
Because odor is just bacteria.
Smell is bacteria.
Don't do Axe body spray or Old Spice body spray or Bod body spray. Those are cheap colognes, and you're not meant to spray a whole lot anyway. You're meant to spray it like a foot away from you, and you're supposed to just do one, like, and then you kind of walk into it. It's supposed to help you smell a little better, but it's just cheap cologne. I mean, it's just cheap cologne. But the comments are savage.
The comments are savage.
They are. Look at them. I'm offended. I'm offended that you're offended.
I'm offended that you're offended that he's offended.
It's like that episode of South Park. You're not my friend, buddy. He's not your buddy, guy. He's not your guy, friend. He's not your friend, buddy. Like that. It's like that. That's the comment section.
Oh no.
I mean, sometimes you can't, like, there are some cosplays that they're gonna smell bad. Like, they'll only have one cosplay, and they wore it Friday, and now they want to wear it for the cosplay competition. And you know, that happens a lot. For anyone that's ever been in a cosplay competition, like, I think 1 out of every 4 people smell. That's why everyone, like, you'll notice a gap between certain cosplayers in the line. Hey man, move closer.
I've been to cosplay contests, and sometimes there's, like, you know, I would say a good amount of people that were like, oh, they've been in that costume, because they don't let us out and they don't give us water sometimes.
Yeah, you're like a fish out of water, and they're like, oh, water. Need water.
And we're all in a tight area, and we're under lights, and it's hot. We're not in a cool ventilated area, so people are sweating. And you gotta realize we have to do the pre-judging, and then we have to sit there for hours, and it's always late, so that's another hour to that mix. It's just,
oh my god! What's worse than body odor is bad breath too.
Oh my god!
I say yes and no. Because sometimes their body odor is so bad you can't get close enough to smell their breath. If you can smell their breath from a distance, unless you're trying to, like, kiss them or something? I mean, why are you... What's your breath? And you know what? Wearing the face mask right now is very important. Wearing a face mask right now during this crisis will show everyone that has bad breath that, hey, maybe you should go eat a mint. Because, like, yeah, I don't feel good. I ate too much and then I choked it down. I was caught off guard once with smell. Cute girl dressed up as Bible Black. She gave the 1-2 pit smell with a haven't brushed my teeth for a week smell. Woo! But I was still like, what's up? I hope you know sign language.
Oh no.
I pulled people to the side and tell them straight up, you stink. And I expect the same to happen to me if I stink. It's kind of hard to do that whenever you're drinking milk and taking vitamins.
What kind of vitamins are you taking?
I took some vitamins at one fair and they accidentally gave me too many. And I was hiding. I was tripping so hard. I was hiding from the cops. I was standing in between the rows doing this. I was just like this. And I'm like, tree. Tree.
Okay, so it might have been
Tree. Don't say the name.
Never will do that.
Don't say the name. And then my friend's like, Goku, are you okay? Goku, are you okay? Yeah, shh. I'm hiding from the cops. Tree.
The plain sight.
Tree. Goku, trees don't say tree. Oh shit, you're right. My bad. I am Groot. I started saying that. I don't remember any of that. I do remember standing in one spot, which felt like 5 hours. It felt like I had been standing there for 5 hours. That's what I do remember. I don't remember the tree part. I do kind of remember standing somewhere and being, and like, I knew I was hiding, but I didn't know I was hiding in plain sight. I think in my mind, I thought it was legitimately a tree, or I am Groot. And, and I felt like I was standing there for hours. And I finally run into my friend Panda, and I'm like, Panda, I've been looking for you for hours. She's like, what do you mean? It's only been 30 minutes. I'm like, what?
That reminds me of something.
What? I'm like, what? Nuh-uh. I've been standing in that spot hiding from the cops for like hours. She's like, why are you hiding from the cops? I don't know. But I know they're looking for me.
Oh. I am Groot.
I could just imagine you just like hiding and just.
But I was standing there like in the rows, the rows with the trees, they have them all lined up in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was standing next to one of them, like close to the front where the street is at fair, the campgrounds. And I was just like that. I was just posing. Tree. People walked by me, they didn't say shit. But my friend was like, are you okay? I don't know. He's like, what did you take? My friend gave me I bought some vitamins and he accidentally gave me 4 hits. I only bought 1 hit and he gave me 4 hits by accident. He's like, oh shit, Goku, are you okay? I think the cops are looking for me. Why? Because there's only like 5 Mexicans here. I remember saying that to him. There's only 5 Mexicans here and I didn't bring my citizenship. So everybody's tripping and laughing at me, and I'm over here freaking out.
Wow. Whoa. Suki?
No, it reminds me of stories. I have so many stories. I just I can make a podcast out of them.
No, okay. We're gonna go back to the body odor. But I have one more story. I do have one more story to share, and this is the exact same night. This is just later on in the night. So I'm hanging out when finally I run into Panda. Me, her, and her roommate go hang out in her car. So I get in the front seat, and for some reason, the way I climbed in the car, my butt is on the steering wheel, and I'm like facing backwards. And Panda's like, Goku, how did you get in the car like that? I don't know. I'm confused. And then our friends like, oh no, we lost our dog. They had some of the people that were camping with us. They brought their puppy, and the puppy ran off. And they're like, oh no, Peanut's missing. Everybody, we're looking for Peanut. I'm like, oh no, Peanut's gone. And then I see Asian climb out of his car with hot dog buns. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Asian ate the dog. So they start laughing. So I'm like, okay, let's get out of the car and go look for Peanut. So I'm out there looking for Peanut. But in my mind, I'm looking for the mascot, Mr. Planners. I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a Peanut. Where's this Peanut? And I remember walking up to somebody, hey, have you seen we're looking for my friend's pet. Have you seen it? What does it look like? Well, it's a Peanut. It has a top hat and a monocle. And he has like a little cane. And the guy's like, the fuck?
Oh no.
The guy's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, oh no, I found him. Never mind. Thank you. So I walk up to my friends. I'm like, I found Mr. Peanut. And I hold up my hand, and it's a freaking pine cone in my hand. And I'm like, Goku, that's not Peanut. That's a pine cone. And I'm like looking at them.
Oh wow.
Are you sure? Yes, Goku, we're sure that's not Peanut. Or it barked at me. So as punishment, in the morning, as punishment, the clan instigators, the clan that we clan up with, because they take care of us. They're older and they're always cooking and they're always feeding us because I'm stupid. And that's the group everyone knows I'm staying with, because whenever I do something dumb, they'll bring me back and they'll be like, "Is this y'all's Pikachu?" And they just leave me there next to my food bowl. And so, like, as punishment, the next day, they went and found a pine cone and tied a zip tie around it like a leash, and they made me take it for a walk. And they videotaped it, taking the pine cone for a walk, and they posted it all over the Texas Renaissance Festival group.
What?
Oh, that's great.
Oh wow. Tree bark.
Ah, I get it now. That makes sense. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, oh my
We're
god.
supposed to talk about body odor.
We're supposed to be talking about body odor. We're talking
Talking
about
about pine cone dogs and
pine cones.
We're walking the pine cone. We're walking my
And then, like, I kept the pine cone in the trunk of my Kia. And then Asian loaded up my trunk and it crushed the pine cone. I had to tell everybody, pecan, I named the pine cone Pecan. Pecan died.
someone messed up pine cone, man.
He got Asian killed him. He crushed him with the speaker.
Oh no. Wow.
Yeah, that was not one of my. That's probably not the worst moment I've ever had.
It's not the worst. It's like not the worst one.
But it's definitely not one of the best.
Hello, Alexander.
Hello. Yeah, definitely not one of the best moments. So body odor, especially at the Texas Renaissance. Remember and at the Renaissance, there's a little bit more leeway there because you're outside, so the smell doesn't it's not encased and it's not circling. It's outside, so just like, I don't know, you don't smell as bad unless you get really close to somebody. Plus, there's no showers there. It's really hard.
Oof. Oh wow.
We can't even see Jen anymore.
I've always ever taken day trips. Like, I don't know what it's like to stay the night at like the campgrounds.
It's like Woodstock, but with Lord of the Rings shit.
I mean, I always have fun staying at
The campgrounds is literally like Lord of the Rings and Woodstock combined.
It's Lord of the Rings on crack.
It's lit.
It's Lord of the Rings on crack.
It's Lord of the Rings on crack. I mean, I've seen people that walk by and sometimes they'll ask for like beer or something to drink, and I'm like, okay, well, you're gonna have to give us something in return. It's usually like a story or something. So one guy was walking around just doing a tale and getting free beer, and it was definitely someone that was underage, but we're just like, we don't give a fuck. It's like you're fine. It's like you're over 18. Okay, you're old enough to make your champ decision.
You're over 18.
Just carrying around a maze the entire time, just swinging.
Yeah, no, Ren Fair is definitely one of those places you don't want to go by yourself.
Yeah, always have.
Oh yeah, no.
The last time I went by myself, I almost died. Literally, I almost died.
Didn't you get hurt one time, like your back or your legs?
No, I broke 2 ribs. I broke 2 ribs.
Yeah, it was ribs.
Wow.
Yeah, I broke 2 ribs fighting somebody.
I broke 2 ribs.
I laid the smackdown on that guy. I do want to address this comment right here. This is really good, actually. I've implemented smell into my cosplay once. I got some sea breeze or like ocean smell cologne. I like where actually that's not a bad idea, but not the cologne. But you want to get those little trees, because speaking of trees and being a bad noodle and making shitty decisions and hiding from the cops, you want to get one of those. What are they called? Air fresheners. The air freshener trees for the cars. Get one and tie it around your cosplay, and you'll smell a lot better. Those things work. I like ribs or McRib. Man, when I broke my ribs, everybody kept making jokes. Like when I got back from the hospital, they're like, "Hey, Goku, we're gonna go to McDonald's and get some McRibs. How many do you want? 2?" I'm like, "Oh." And then my other friend's like, "Hey, you know what I really miss? I miss some baby back ribs. I can go for a couple right now." I'm like, "Ah." And then my other friend's like, "I miss ribs. Ribs. I'm like, "Jeez, stop." Because I literally broke 2 whole ribs, and it was the most painful 2 weeks of my life. Actually, I wasn't able to sleep on a bed for 6 or 7 weeks, but the first 2 weeks were hell.
How did that even happen? Like, you were just fighting someone and you lost? Because I'm assuming you lost.
No, I won. I won. I won the fight. That was the problem. And the guy got mad because I won, and then he beat my ribs in with a rock.
Wow.
Because he had turned. So one of the camps had oil wrestling, and he was like choking people out like it was the UFC. And I have taken like some Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, so because that's what I wanted to do. Because I wanted to do MMA for a while. And I like literally like he charged at me, and I rolled him over and like got him in a chokehold and choked him out. And then I did it twice, and then like the second time, he beat my ribs in like, and I didn't realize it because adrenaline works.
Yeah.
So when I stood up after choking him out the second time, because I'd already beaten him twice, and my godbrother was there, and he's like, "Man, just walk away. You've already choked this bitch out twice. Just leave." And when I got up, I couldn't breathe. Like I couldn't catch my breath. I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, what's going on? Like I know he didn't knock the wind out of me that bad. I didn't know what was going on. And like the guy's like, I want a rematch. Like 3 times. So the third time he choked me out because I didn't know what was going on at the time. I felt like something was wrong. I could barely move. I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't do anything. So he got me, and I just tapped out, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you got me, dude. Oh yeah, you won. I'm all." But for all the alcohol in my system was like making the pain not as bad. But as I started sobering up, it was so painful to the point where they had to take me to the hospital. And it turns out I broke 2 ribs fighting the guy.
Oof.
But I had choked him out twice, and I should have walked away. But so 2 out of 3, I beat him twice, and then he beat me the third time after he had already broken my ribs.
Like, what was the point of fighting him anyway? Like, you're just like, I'm gonna just fight this dude.
Well, no, he was in the oil wrestling, he was choking people out and throwing them around. He had turned it into like the UFC, and that's not what it was. And he's like, "Who wants a piece of me? Who wants me? Who wants some? I'll take anyone on." And I'm like, "You know what? I got you. I'll take you on." Oh, it's like, "I'm gonna choke you out." And so as soon as he tried to choke me out, I rolled him over and choked him out. And I'm like, "Guess what, motherfucker? I trained a year to do MMA." And he's like, "Oh shit." Because I choked him out twice. The first time I choked him out like in 10 seconds. The second time it took me less than a minute. But the third time I couldn't do much because I couldn't like focus or breathe or do anything. So it just like there was no way I was gonna win. Because you gotta know your limits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was so bad though, breaking my ribs. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't lay down because it was too much pressure. So I slept in a chair sitting up, and I had to sleep in shifts. Like I would sleep 2 or 3 hours, wake up, walk around for 20 minutes, and then try to sleep another 2 or 3 hours because you couldn't sleep the whole 8 hours. You had to do it in shifts because it was too much pressure on your ribs. And you had to be like the doctor told me broken ribs for the first 2 weeks are one of the most painful experiences you'll ever have.
Mm-hmm.
And it really was. I didn't sleep in a bed for like at least 6 or 7 weeks. It took me 8 weeks to finally recover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I remember that happened, that you broke something and it was like a fight or whatever, and I was like, what happened? And now it's refreshing.
Yeah, but you know how I am. So I break my ribs, I go to the hospital, I come back like 3 hours later, woo, party! Oh! Party! Whoa! Oh no!
Still going strong. YOLO.
Goku, what are you doing? I'm gonna go.
I want that kind of pain tolerance. I've got like a -0 percent.
Are you shitting me? I had
tolerance.
to disassemble my camp the following day. You know how
Wow.
painful that is?
I'm guessing really painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we use the metal stakes, and when the ground is dry, they're really hard to pull out. It turns out breathing is important, especially when you're fighting. But you know what? That guy. Let's talk about the subject. That guy stunk. The guy I got into a fight with stunk really bad. I think that's how he broke my ribs. My ribs were like, nope, crack.
Like, no, that's in with this stench. I'm breaking.
We're breaking up. It was so bad. He stunk too, and I was like, ugh. I'm over here fighting him, like trying to like get him down, and I'm like doing this with my face. You know, and people at conventions and Renaissance, man, they can stink really bad sometimes, like to the point where you just like kind of want to cry. Has anyone ever smelled somebody so bad that they just wanted to kind of cry? 2 whiffs, 2 ribs. Damn, everybody.
I don't think I've smelled anybody that incredibly bad.
Oh, me and Saki Kitty have.
I have. That was the same person who I've been talking about, because he just never took showers. I mean, it was just notorious of like how he smelled. I mean, we did tell him quietly, like, you should take a shower, but he just got offended.
The first time I met that person that you're talking about, the first time I met him in person, I was like, man, there's a lot of dead fish because I met him outside on the beach. I'm like, man, there's a lot of dead fish around here. What the hell's going on? And so the second time I saw him, because I didn't see him that weekend because he was an asshole. The second time I saw him, it still smelled bad, and I think we were at like Kami or some convention. I forgot which one.
Yeah, it's just like it was part of the reason why I decided to split the rooms. It's because I'm like, I don't want to deal with him and the smell. So, that's what I mainly did. But yeah, there's points where he was trying to go on. I remember like dates with some of the girls at the convention. And then in the middle of the day, they're like, oh no, they don't want to hang out with me anymore. And I'm like, probably because I mean, I tried every way to do it as nicely as I can, and just even hints. I just like threw little hints there, and it's just like, men don't get hints. That's what you gotta
Okay, I gotta address this one. Actually, we're gonna address these 2 comments. Another one, actually, did he say why? Who say why what? One of the comments said, would you say it's the younger crowd that sells more at cons, like Little Ninja that's killing with smell, or more adults that never grew up? To answer that one, some of the people that smell are closer to my age, that are like, because the kids right now, they're the young. I'm not gonna say kids, but the younger adults one, like the early 21s, they are the ones that are showering and putting on like they're the ones out there that are like, they're. I don't know. I feel like the hygiene has gotten better. I feel like it has gotten better because at San Japan in 2009, that was just awful. That was unfair.
Oh no.
Another one is, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's the younger crowd or the older crowd?
For me, it's sort of like 50-50. I mean, like, to me, it's just like it can be anyone. I met ones that are from females to males. I mean, I would say mainly in the male. Females, we've been taught, I don't know, but I've been taught at a young age, most of us are like, cleanliness is close to godliness. Basically, stay clean. You don't want to smell stinky, but apparently for boys, it's always been like, oh, they smell, they're boys, they could get away with it. But for girls, no, we've been taught at a young age. Always take showers.
Yeah, no, smelling like sweat is one thing, but smelling like you just rolled around in a dumpster is a different story.
For me, I think it's also the older crowd, and I think it's mainly based off of the fact that like anime and manga in like nerd culture has like really had a big like influx of popularity recently, And so like a lot more people are open to it, but you also have like the younger influencers now that like for like our age, we really didn't have anybody who was like, oh yeah, absolute like great person, like perfect at everything. Like you have like these perfect Instagram models and whatnot, and like yeah, they like nerd culture, but like they like also influencers, and so like I think it also pushes them to be better themselves, to like obtain that unobtainable like look on just like life. So they smell a lot better.
They
like,
want
a
to
lot
obtain
better.
the obtainable obtainee.
Yes, that.
I heard some like stories from like other people or some other women that they don't wash their hair because if they want their hair to be silky and you should have all of the natural oils, but sometimes like I'm like nah, wash.
Whatever, like for like what we have. Okay, so I'm growing my hair out. For those of you that don't know, realize I used to have really really long hair, so it's growing out again. So it's like at that length. So what you do, you don't shampoo it every day, but you still have to wash it to keep it healthy, and you have to use a shitload of conditioner. For guys, like a lot of guys with long hair have to drown their hair in conditioner so it can keep the silky look. Because my hair, like, it's a little bit harder to maintain black hair because like I use special shampoo. I use the shampoo that's generally for women, but I don't like the shampoo they have for men. So because it's not long hair friendly, so I use that. There was one that I wanted to address real quick. Another comment. Shit. Okay, here it is. Which is where straight BO or covering with some strong bad cologne.
I would say covering it with strong bad cologne because the mixture is just awful.
Same.
Yeah, you go from stinking to smelling like the French. So seriously, if you smell awful and you try to cover it with cologne, it's just like you might as well walk around with a beret and say "wee wee ho ho ho."
That and like if you smell and you put perfume on, like perfume is supposed to make you like smell nice, and now like all you've done is just like made it smell worse. Like just go upstairs and take a 5-minute shower. Like it's not that hard.
There are
like,
some perfumes.
No experience.
There are some perfumes that girls wear that just make like I'm like. Yeah.
Vanilla. I hate vanilla.
No, I don't know if it's vanilla, but there's like a certain one that just kind of like makes people melt. So yes, no, with body, not only do you smell bad, but you smell like, cologne now. Like, Jesus, now I have to deal with two smells.
Like, I'm pretty sure everyone had to deal with somebody that's a smoker, and then they either don't put a mint or they just spray like cologne on them to cover it. And I'm like, I don't even know why you're trying to cover it because it just makes it way worse, and it just makes it seem like you're trying too hard. Just be cautious and just take a shower.
This comment's funny. You fend for yourselves, fuckers. Me and the girls are gonna stay fresh as fuck. Remember, someone says, remember some people go to the pool river, include that. To some people that go to the rivers and pools make like they are the ones saying that that's their shower. Like, oh, I don't have to go take a bath today or a shower. I went to the pool or I went down to the river.
What?
What? Well, like in Mexico, that's how some people actually bathe. So I will give them. Like I've seen people bathe in the river, but the river was from a waterfall from the mountain. It was cold. It was clean. It was beautiful. People would like literally scrub themselves with soap and like pour water over themselves. So that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but the rivers here are nasty compared to the ones in Mexico, especially the ones in the mountains. Like the water over there, it's cold as shit. Like if you put a water bottle in a cooler filled with ice and then take it out and pour it over yourself, that's how cold the water is over there. Because it comes straight from a waterfall. Next time I go, I'll take pictures and video and show everybody. It's near my dad's village in the mountains, and the mountains, that's where they get a lot of the water because it's already pure from being filtered through the mountain.
I'm jealous.
It's beautiful. It really is because there's a lot of like natural because the mountains, you can't. There's not a lot built on the mountains. There's villages and stuff like that, but there's not like cities or anything because it's mountain. You can't just like build shit on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, no, going to a pool filled with chlorine is not a shower. Let's just put that out there. Yeah, no, you gotta shower after the pool because the water in the pool will actually dry up and damage your skin.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I recommend for guys, like, just because the soap says it's for men doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. Unfortunately, a lot of soap that is made for men makes your skin really dry and can actually damage it.
And it actually has a lot of chemicals.
Right,
I mean,
so if you scratch your skin...
I think if you had heard Dr. Squatch, you see the advertisements, but they do a lot of natural soaps and ingredients for guys, and it's from body wash. I think they're doing shampoos and conditioners now. I mean, you just have to be careful. I mean, a lot of people are starting to realize a lot of the products that they're using it does more damage than anything else.
The comment, it's like the cologne and BO, it's like spraying roadkill with perfume.
Oh no!
It's an analogy, thank you. Yes, it's like spraying perfume over roadkill. It just won't work.
Yeah, geez, a smoker with BO who covers it with bad cologne. Oh!
Ooh.
Those exist?
Wait, does that exist?
I thought you could only be like 2 of the 3. You couldn't be all 3. Just FYI. Oh yeah, no. We addressed that. We addressed that in the very beginning of the podcast. Like, I forgot to change the notification before we went live because I have to go on the Restream website and change the notification, and then it'll update all the information, and then we go live. I don't do it on the OVS studio. I have to go on the website. But I was trying to make sure we started at 7:30. I had to go shopping today to get some essentials like ramen and Dr. Pepper for my friend.
Ramen and Dr. Pepper.
And I had to go buy. I was running late on my Mother's Day gift for someone, so I had to go get that. So I had to go get a Mother's Day gift for somebody. I had to go get that, and then I was at Walmart. So whenever I come back from the store, I have to shower afterwards because I'm not trying to get sick. I'm not trying to catch White Claw. I'm not Kyle. My name's not Kyle. No offense, Star-Lord. I know Star-Lord's my friend. He's part of Geeks Forever, but no offense, Star-Lord. My name's not Kyle. I don't like to punch. I don't like to punch walls and drink Monster.
Yeah, and let's make it clear that there are things such as the 3-in-1, like body wash, shampoo, conditioner. There was also like one that was also a shaving cream, all-in-one.
What?
No.
What? No, you're making shit up now. How is it a shaving cream?
I've seen it.
I've seen people use.
Walmart.
I've seen people use soap to help shave. That's one thing.
Oh.
Well,
no. Like if you want to shave, like I remember going to a convention and they say if you don't have any shaving cream or anything, conditioner works way better. So if you don't have shaving cream, conditioner. I mean that was way smoother. You get a better cut. So I'm just saying that's what I heard, and this is from a person who they do cosplay. So he has to shave his legs and everything very clean. He says conditioner is what helps. I'm like, oh okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Dr. Pepper, what's that? The best drink ever.
yeah.
Non-alcoholic.
I mean, you could use soap if it's just for your face. Just water, moisture, and soap. If you're running out of shaving cream, you could. It's not the best, but it is. I just had to go get essentials. Dr. Pepper. I bought something else, and I'm really ashamed because Trunks talks me into buying really stupid shit all the time. But I bought it with the last of my stimulus check, so since I was like, you know what? Since I have to buy a Mother's Day gift, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm not gonna get a Father's Day gift. I don't even get a pat on the back.
Aww.
I didn't get shit. So I went to go treat myself because Father's Day is next month. Is it?
Yeah, in June.
Yay, I get to celebrate Father's Day. I have 2 children. I have a daughter named Zelda, and I have a child named Geeks 5 Ever. That's my baby.
I have 5 kids. Yes, I have 5 kids now.
Oh, okay. If we're gonna get technical, I guess I have 4 kids. Okay.
4 kids.
I have an actual live daughter named Zelda, who's a year old. I have Geeks 5 Ever, and then I have my PS4 and my PC. I have a car. I used to have a car seat. I used to have a car seat for my PlayStation. Oh no,
I have
Jen, say something.
I have a little one. I have my little kitten that I'm taking care of. She is hyper as hell. I'm gonna try to bring her into this room so she could just like get energy out.
Oh.
She's because she's in my room and I play with her to try to get some energy out, and she sleeps, but she's so hyper at night, and I just don't know what to do with it. I was like, and then I wish I could find like a play date for her, just like play with this other kitten and just have fun.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Going back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt because somebody brought up kids. When it comes to body odor, especially if you puke, shower as soon as you are able to.
Yes.
Don't puke on yourself. Change shirts and then go back to the con.
Ew.
Your face was so priceless. Somebody needs to screenshot that and turn it into a meme.
Who does that? Who does that? Oh, no.
I know people that wear the same clothes or the same cosplay, and it's just like every day. And I'm like, no, I have like 3 pairs of clothes. Like it's either the costume, and then on Sunday I just have like regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I only wear costumes like on Fridays and Saturdays. If I wear a costume on Sunday, it's something very, very easy, casual, put on,
Usually for me, it's a kigurumi. It's like a onesie costume with the animal shape. I have 2. I have a yellow fox one, and then I have a cheese suit home chi one.
I'm
They're
looking
so
at
cute.
jokes.
See, I want to get like a toothless one. I found some ones that are pretty good.
Somebody. I hate to interrupt you, but somebody just asked if you would like another kitten.
No, I have 5. I have 5 cats right now.
Yeah, no. Saki Kitty has 5 cats, so we're already looking at Saki Kitty like she's crazy.
I have 4, which they're I have 4 cats and they're old. So I'm just after these cats, I might not have any more after that. But I got the kitten. She's the one that was been buried alive, and I'm taking care of her for the past 2 weeks. And I think I'm going to keep her for another maybe 2 more weeks. And after that, I'm going to try to find her a home, because hopefully she'll be old enough for the operation and be able to find a place for her. So
hello, welcome to the live stream. First time commenter.
Like no more.
The shower. We already discussed the shower in a can thing, but so when you so yes, brush your teeth after vomiting, but at the same time, whenever you're about to vomit, your mouth gets all like.
Yeah, you can.
You have like a lot of like saliva in your mouth. The saliva is to protect your mouth and your teeth from the vomit doing any damage. So when you're about to vomit. Whenever, oh no, I got spit in my I'm like getting all spitty, I guess. But we're talking about body odor today. But no, don't shower once you are sober enough to shower. Don't I know sometimes we throw people in the shower whenever they're vomiting and they continue to vomit. We put them on their side inside the bathtub. All right, sleep here. You won't drown and you won't stink up the place. But when it comes to body odor, sometimes some people can't help it. Like some people will sweat a ton and they'll smell like sweat, but you also have to understand there's a difference between smelling like sweat, because you can tell when somebody smells like sweat, like, oh, you smell like you've been sweating a lot. And then you can man, do you smell like you just went for a swim in the sewer?
There's points where people are just sweating and that's fine. It's hot outside or you're doing some sort of activity. But then there's smells where it's just no, they've been sweating for days.
There's a water bottle behind me. I didn't know that. I didn't clean my background. I turned my head there and I see a water bottle on my camera. Water bottle. I have a lot of Goku shit in the background. See, I did that, but they ended up flooding the restroom. Drunk, passed out, and they
laser pointer
clogged.
because she's clawing at my leg.
Oh, okay.
Extra energy.
So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitch. That would be really awesome. That would help us out a lot, and that also lets you know whenever we go live again. But yeah, when it comes to body odor, it's important that you shower at least once a day. When it comes to the showering part, so I would recommend Friday as soon as you get. I would recommend changing on a Friday, and then before you go to the rave or you're about to start partying or do whatever, like at night, like around 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock, that's when you would shower and then go out, because most of the time when you come back, you're going to be too plastered to shower anyway. That's if you do drink. Saturday, if you don't want to shower twice, I would just recommend freshening up, carpet cleaner, like Febreze carpet cleaner or fabric cleaner for the cosplay if you're going to have to wear it again. Fresh coat of deodorant, some baby powder along your arms, some cocoa butter as well to, make your skin healthier.
Lotion on the skin.
They have this Axe body spray. I cannot stress this enough. Axe body spray is not shower in a can.
I know somebody who did that. Don't do it. You won't get chicks. You will not get girls.
Hey, I told you I stopped, okay? I said I learned a lesson and I would stop.
The girls like a nice, a guy that smells clean. All right. Hopefully that will encourage you guys to take showers.
Yeah, they don't want your junk. They don't want your girls like for their cheeseburgers to have cheese, not your junk. Oh, that was awful. Oh, that was awful. My bad. That was awful.
Awful joke.
I know. I'm so bad today. I'm tired. I stayed up until 9 o'clock this morning watching the Avatar, and I'm on the last 15 minutes of the last episode. He's about to.
I need to watch She-Ra.
Who?
She-Ra's really good. Avatar, obviously, very, very good.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out there. Wednesday, our topic. You know how we did the versus panels? Dragon Ball versus Naruto, Digimon versus Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a panel podcast.
No.
Podcast. Oh, like talking about panels or shitting on panels?
No. We're going to do a panel, like a discussion panel.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do a discussion podcast. We're going to do... Our podcast will be titled Avatar, The Last Airbender versus Harry Potter.
Oh.
Avatar. As I sit here with a Ravenclaw jersey and a Ravenclaw cardigan. Avatar, all the way.
Because I'm not deeply into each, into those lores or anything. I am a Harry Potter fan, but I'm like not a huge Harry Potter fan. But I haven't seen Avatar, and I was planning to see that. I was going to binge watch, but I know.
This podcast right now and go watch it.
No, Avatar is really, it's really good. There are a couple things in there where they kind of contradicted themselves, but the story overall is really well written. When they go into the second Avatar series, there are a couple things that they kind of, I guess they retcon this, or they kind of like, it makes sense. It's like 95% makes sense. But there are some, like, there's maybe one or two things that they kind of, like, screwed up, or they retconned, or it just doesn't make sense anymore. But in the second Avatar series, they have an entire episode dedicated to the very first Avatar, and it explains how he became the Avatar. And it's so good. It's such a beautiful episode that they should have just given that its own series.
Yeah, people want it. They really do.
I know there's a huge fan base for it. That there is a very huge dedicated fan base.
If I hadn't discovered Dragon Ball beforehand, I think I would be obsessed with The Last Airbender.
So wait, which Bender Nation would you be from?
I looked at the little hand thing, and I'm Earth. I prefer fire because I associate with myself with the color red and orange because, Goku, but I'm also the Year of the Dragon, and I'm a Leo.
Tori, me and you, girl. I got you.
How you doing? Thank you for the food.
Avatar is... I love me some Harry Potter, don't get
me wrong. The comment section is pissed, Saki.
Yeah,
Avatar.
They're pissed. They're not happy. They're like, what the fuck?
Avatar. I'm like, if I say this, I'm gonna lose likes. I'm gonna lose followers if I state this. I have to say
I have to say, and we're going to talk about it on Wednesday. We're not going to talk about it today. We need to leave the audience wanting more. We're gonna talk about it on Wednesday, but I honestly do believe that the Avatar, not just the Last Airbender, and I know a lot of people shit on the Korra series, and I shitted on the Korra series as well, but it actually is a really good series. I just shitted on it because I compared it to the first Avatar series, but overall, Korra is a really good series. But there's so much lore and unexplored lore in the Avatar universe, where in Harry Potter, it's just like one country. It's like England. Like, oh, all this shit happens in England. So what about the rest of the world, where the Avatar is a whole world, and they explain how this world was shaped and how people got these bending powers. They don't do that in the first series. They kind of hint at it, but in the second series, they explain deeply how they got their powers and how the spirit world and the real world are connected and all this.
They specifically stated in the first series, I know for sure the Earthbenders, they got theirs from learning it from the Badger Moles.
I don't want to spoil anything, but they said they learned how to utilize it from the Badger Moles, but that they didn't get it from them.
Oh, okay.
See, that's where I think they screwed it up, because they do say that. They say the original benders were dragons and Badger Moles and the air bison, and I forgot who the water ones were.
Maybe fish. I'm just
Fish. Well, because all the animals in the Avatar universe, they're like a combination of two animals.
Okay.
So they have like turtle seals. They have like seals with turtle shells. Like the only animal in there that's just, they only have one normal animal, and it's a bear. And they're like, what, a bear? A bear platypus? No, a bear something? Like, no, it just says bear. And people are like, what the hell? A bear? What the hell's a bear?
No, but I am planning to watch that series. But I want to watch the new season of Shira, because it just got released a few days ago, and like I will admit, season 1 was shit. Season 2 was a little bit better. Season 3 was awesome.
Okay, there's one thing. There's one thing I will spoil for you, but I'm not going to tell you when it shows up. So the waterbenders can bend water, and they can turn it into ice, and they can turn ice into water, or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually in the series, one of the characters inadvertently is like tricked into learning this new technique that's called blood bending.
I heard about that one.
And it's where she manipulates her enemies like puppets, and it's so like sadistic, like, and it shows you how the person that created bloodbending came up with it. And they were like torturing people, and like it was so insane, and it's so well written.
Well, every single bending style has that, like, you've got the basic, like the water, fire, earth, and then there's like another level above that. Like for fire, it was lightning. For water, it was the blood bending. For earth, it was metal bending. And then I can't remember what the air one was, but there was one for the air too.
Oh, well, no, air doesn't, I don't know what the air was, but air is like one of the most dangerous ones. Mm-hmm. Because if an airbender has, like,
I think it's oxygen
yeah. So if an airbender, most of the airbenders are monks and they respect life, but if there's an airbender with a killer intent who has no restrictions and wants to just murder you, they could suffocate you by closing your windpipe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, there are benders who could, like, literally maul you to death with their powers. And, it's such a good series. And the first Avatar, The Last Airbender, the first season isn't as good as the season 2 or 3. It's a little slow, but it gets better. And then the second and third seasons are so good. They're really well written. And there's an entire episode there's an episode where they dedicate like 10 minutes to one of the characters who's known as Iroh, and that's really it's like a depressing thing, because they go into his backstory and they explain why he is the way he is.
I heard there was like some really good character development. Then some talk about like abuse, neglect, or abandonment, or a lot of things that you won't see in a kids show now, and I guess in the past. Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, I mean, it sounded interesting. I just never really fully got into it. Though I think the character that I like the most is the one that's blind. Like, is she like? Yeah. Like,
see that.
So okay, I just want to get this out there. They do it in season 3. They do a play. The Fire Nation does a play about the Avatar and his friends, and they get like all the actors to play out their characters. These are based on eyewitness stories, testimonies, and stories and things that people have heard. So when they introduce Toph's like, oh my god, here I come. They're gonna introduce me, and then they have this big, swole, buff guy come. I'm Toph. They call me Toph, and it rhymes with tough. and then Toph's like, wait a minute, did they just make me a big buff guy? And then
Yep.
and Korra's like, yeah, like remember, these are based on real testimonies that are accurate. And then Toph's like, oh my god, they got it right. That's exactly who I would have cast as me. They nailed it. It's so great. Toph is great. But we're gonna go back into You know what else suffocates you? Airbenders can suffocate people, but you know what else can suffocate you? Body odor. Segway.
That was your forbidden technique. Body odor.
Body odor technique. Can you imagine if you were an airbender and you smell bad? Start bending. Ah! I surrender.
I smell like dead fish.
What are you doing? But like, no, it is so much. There's so much lore, and it's so great. It's a great series, so I do recommend that you watch it, so you can know it. Watch a little bit.
You're talking about. It's like it's all. I have Netflix, so I know I could just watch it.
It came out on the 15th, and I started watching it, and I got no sleep like in 2 days. So now I just need to finish the last 15 minutes of the final episode, and then I'm good. I've already seen it. I watched it on TV when it was coming out on Nickelodeon.
Like, how many
Me too.
Like, I'm assuming it has a lot of seasons because it seemed like it went on forever.
So the first one, there's two series. There's two series. So the first series is they're not called seasons. They're called books. So the first book is water. The second book is earth, and the third book is fire.
Okay.
The Korra one, I'm not sure what the books are called.
Okay.
And there's a comic book that takes place. It's about what's after.
I know the comic book series is still continuing. They stopped the anime, but the comic book series is continuing after that.
Right, because they at the end of it's also continuing from the last Airbender, because there's a lot of things in the last Airbender they didn't address that they left as a cliffhanger. Like they did that shit on purpose. Like they knew they didn't forget. What happened to Febreze ninjas? You can't go around Febrezing people and spraying them with Lysol.
Yep, that was a thing, and like people got upset because I think like people had allergic reactions or got into their eyes. I really don't know.
It's considered assault. It is considered assault.
But yeah, they got in trouble and got banned from conventions.
It's under the same category as if you were going to... For some reason, spraying somebody with Febreze or Lysol is under the same penalty as if you were spraying somebody for no apparent reason with pepper spray. So, like, you can't just go... You just can't go and do that. It will be considered assault and you can be arrested. And...
Yeah.
Hello.
We have a comment right here that says we have... Okay, let's address some comments. So, Scarlet from Mortal Kombat, Air was taught by the Bisons. Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't receive their bending from the animal. They received their bending from a different source. It's just the animals, like the Air Bisons and the moles, taught them how to utilize it properly. Because they were never actually taught how to utilize the bending. But they received the bending from the lion turtles. And they explained that in Korra. And that's the one thing that I didn't like. Okay, they said the bending came from these animals, but it was the lion turtles that gave it to them. So which one is it that they... So, I mean, you can try to make sense of it, but it's one of those things I feel like they screwed up. And I'll give them that. The series is so good. They can screw up a little bit if they want. The second one, though, is so good. The second one, I'm not going to go into detail. We're going to go back to the comments. But Waterbend, just give them a shower. Geeks 5 Ever, sponsored by Axe Body Spray. We just talked shit about them. The Avatar: The Last Airbender was the only series to win an award for the most believable character, story, and world, and the only show to perfectly describe genocide, slavery, war, abuse, and parental abuse, sexism, privilege of the classes, poverty, loss of family due to war, and such to kids without traumatizing. This is actually all true. This is all in there.
I have to agree on. I mean, because when you read the Harry Potter series and then when you kind of get into it, there was like some problems with it. that and then J.K. Rowling and her Twitter just seems like she's going like off the rail of like of saying some crazy stuff. So you know, it's just like she wrote it, but like I know the Airbender series is wrote by like a group of people that
it's wrote by two people. And hello, new commenter, welcome to the Geeks 5 Ever podcast. If you have any comments or things that you would like us to address or answer, you can go ahead and comment in the below, and we will address your comments. With the last Airbender, I think it's because the creators, I think with the creator of Harry Potter, just let the fans get to them more than the creators of Avatar, where they were writing. They did it as a cartoon and it came out weekly, so they didn't have time to like see people's reactions to the series until like the season was over. So they kind of wrote it their way, and then they saw the reactions to it. But the show is so good that people let it slide with things that they didn't like. Saki kitty, buy my shit.
Buy my mask.
It'll make you smell good. It'll make you smell like rainbows.
It doesn't smell like body odor.
It doesn't smell like body odor. By the way, yeah. Archie's Weird Mysteries. Anyway, so when it comes to body odor, definitely at least shower for 5 minutes. I mean, yes, a lot of people are scraped for time at these conventions.
Between panels and the cosplay competition, hanging out with friends and eating. Yeah.
Oh, Compalooza was supposed to happen. It's gonna happen this not today or this weekend.
This coming weekend.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen. My friend actually took those days off from work, you know, to go, but now because of the pandemic, we can't go.
Yeah, 17, one of the staff members.
We could go to Compalooza. I was like, man.
We could still book a hotel room and go party.
Like, let me just get my costume ready. We just go to a hotel and party. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Or, you know, you could show up with, like, little to nothing clothing.
I'm pretty sure the viewers would love that.
The viewers, there's already a petition to start. Our viewership went up by 30. No, yeah, 17, one of the staff members of Geeks 5 Ever took the weekend off for Comic Palooza and completely forgot to take off the request, so they gave him the weekend off. Sucks.
I mean, yay.
Jen's all like, well, I don't...
willing to work those days. It's like, it's okay if you need to call me in, that's fine, you know. But it's just like, to me, it's just like, man, it kind of sucks. Cause, like, I remember, you know, Compalooza is one of those conventions I will get ready for and prepare for like a year ahead, you know, because I love going there. And now it's just like, man, it's canceled.
No, not me. I'm like, damn, do we have a con this weekend? Oh, yeah, I should start getting ready. And I'll just sit on my chair watching TV or on the computer. I'm like,
oh. Messaging me to do commissions. Like, can you make a costume like in a day? And I'm like, maybe.
No.
Can you like make me a cosplay and get it done in 10 minutes? I'm on my way to pick it up. Remember that one year at Delta when I cosplayed as a bar of soap?
What?
Yeah.
Remember when I cosplayed as a bar of soap and I started rubbing against each other like, oh, I'm going to make you nice and clean? It took me 10 minutes to make that. I made it as a last minute at Trunks' house.
I remember that. It's like, I'm a bar of soap.
I'm a bar of soap. People are like rubbing against me like, oh, make me clean. I even had a string glued to the top as a prison joke.
Oh no!
You should dress up as Axe body spray. Just.
No, I have standards.
This is true.
Do I hear somebody talking Spanish?
No. I don't know Spanish.
No comprende?
No claramente.
I think my mom's on the phone with somebody.
Okay.
But body odor. I mean,
Hey, wash your hands.
I think we've already said everything we can say about body odor and about trying to be clean. I mean, you can only beat the horse so much before it.
Like, to me, I'm like, I never understand why people just don't take showers, you know, unless, like, you don't smell the next day or something, alright, but, like, for me, showers every day.
Same. Yeah.
Right? No, it's
Like I can't start my day without taking a shower.
yeah, no. I mean, I like to shower at night before I go to bed because I feel more comfortable.
Same.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even give a shit. Sometimes I'll just wake up and like throw on a different shirt. All right, let's go. It's because like for some guys we don't have to dress up nice. I'm just going to the Home Depot or Walmart. Nobody cares. I'm not trying to. You especially don't want to meet somebody at Walmart. Like, don't try to pick up anybody at Walmart because that's just you have no standards.
Walmart. I am right now avoiding Walmart at all costs.
Same.
I just went today.
They're not doing a good job of like quarantine or keeping people in check. So I just stay away from
Yeah,
Walmart.
no, today I went and they just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
They didn't even have people making sure you didn't steal shit at the door. I could have stolen something.
Oh, that reminds me of a story. So I was, this is before the quarantine, and me and my mom, we go to Walmart, and I get her to exercise, around to get her walking, because she has trouble walking. So I get her around, and one time, I was coming back, and I get her into the car, and I saw these two ladies, and they're just, like, running towards me, and I was like, oh shit, is something wrong? And they had, like, trash cans, so they have these trash cans, and it seems like there was stuff in the trash cans. And I'm just like, oh, why are they running with stuff in the trash can? Is there something in the trash can? Is something going on? And I was like about to go up to them. I was like, are y'all okay? And then this car drives up in front of her. She just throws the trash can into the car, gets in the car, and just like drove off, and they're just like, just away. And I was
no.
I was just like, oh, what happened? I hope they're okay, my white ass. And then next thing I know, like a cop comes on later on. And they're like, oh, somebody just stole stuff. And I'm like,
oh, no.
To answer your question, oddly enough, somebody...
stuff in it just zoomed off. And I'm just like, oh, do you need help, please? Like,
oh, no, you were almost an accomplice.
Whoops. What? Like, I'm so oblivious to, like, things can happen, and, like, right in front of me, like, somebody could be robbing somebody, I'm like, oh, is something wrong? No!
Wow.
Like, what just happened? I think they just robbed the store. Oh! I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, oh, something's happening.
I'm so bad. If that had been me, I would be like, yeah, they're robbing the store while I'm putting stuff underneath my shirt. Yeah, go send everybody after them. I'm not also stealing. I have stolen a few things from Walmart. I'm ashamed to admit.
Don't do that.
I know, it's bad. But in my defense, I tried to pay it for them. Because one time Walmart, so sometimes Walmart and Target have the bad habit of putting shit out for sale that's not supposed to be out yet. And they had these rare Funko Pops that were exclusive to Walmart out, and they weren't supposed to be out on the wall, so they weren't registered to the system. So we scanned it, didn't register. I'm like, oh shit. So, and my friend's like, dude, we can't pay for it. Like, we can't take it because we can't pay for it. I'm like, hell to hell, we're not taking it. So I'm like, they saw me scan it. I put it in the cart and scanned everything else and paid for everything. I scanned one pop twice so I could like give them the money. It's not like I tried. I was like, take my money, damn you.
It's like, I want to buy this. I don't want to steal it.
It's like, I don't want to. I'm not about to go to jail for a Funko Pop, but I will.
I miss going out. Oh my god.
Me too.
I love going to Half Price Books. Half Price Books, I go there like once a week or anything because I love buying books.
Stay the hell away from the Galleria. They ain't even social distance 6 feet each other. What?
They ain't social distancing.
Oddly enough,
that more places are going to be open up on Friday.
At like 25 or 50%.
They're going to open up more of Texas on Friday. So I'm like, I was like, our numbers are getting higher.
Yeah, I was about to say, we keep having record high days of coronavirus.
Yeah,
and
I'm definitely
opening up more and more.
I'm definitely not going out now because there's a new strand of the COVID-19 that's affecting babies and very small children.
Yeah.
I think it didn't evolve. It's just like now it's just another strand of a virus that's affecting kids.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to go out. So
Yeah. Don't go out.
don't go
Like, I
out.
don't know why people are even like trying to. I mean, I went to Joann's, and they do the social distancing and everything.
Mhm.
And one of the people that work there, which I used to work there, and I still talk to them and whatnot.
To address some of the comments real quick, just to address some of the comments, not everyone is in Houston, so whenever you say the name of a mall, such as the Galleria, you kind of have to be specific with it, because not all of our listeners are from the Houston, Texas area.
Yeah.
We do have a few people that are not even from Texas.
Yeah, that's true. It's like if it's a Galleria, it could be like from San Antonio, Houston, Dallas.
All right, now back to Saki Kitty's discussion about going out and getting wasted.
What happened was that okay, what was I talking about? Train of thought. No, but it was at Joann's, and so we go ahead and then there's these people that come in, and at Joann's we're like, wear a face mask. You have to wear a face mask, but people are so
hold on. No, I'm not saying that I'm a baby. I'm saying that I have a daughter, a baby. My daughter's only a year old, so she's still a baby. Even though, yeah, go ahead. I'm just trying to I don't need people.
These two people came in and they're just not wearing masks. They're not social distancing. They're not doing any of that. And they're going up to the customers over there, or the employees over at Joann's, and they're just like, "Oh, this is all fake. This is just a way to try to control us, right? I can't believe you're falling for this trick. Y'all are stupid."
That's right. Okay, let's go ahead and let's address that. I don't want to see no more memes about anyone saying that they'll spend a whole year in a log cabin in the middle of the woods for like $10 million. When most of y'all can't even stay in y'all's house for 2 days.
For real. For real.
You're getting paid to stay indoors.
Not everybody's getting paid.
Yeah, not everybody.
But there are people out there like, I can't stay home no more. I need to go out and drink. I need to go camping. I need to go out and and spread my seed. I'm like, no.
You haven't.
I want to go out. I really want to go out and have fun, but I'm not going to risk it.
No, there was one person I done friend because she was bitching and complaining the whole time. She was bitching and complaining that she couldn't go out to bars and clubs and be a thought. Because she's one of, and there's nothing wrong. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to live your life and makes you happy and you're practicing safe sex, then yeah, go for it. But when you're bitching and complaining, saying that this is bullshit and that you can't go out and do that, and listen, there are people out there that are going to get sick and that are going to die. We have one of our staff members had family that passed away due to the virus.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck around. Like now, people I think right now are taking it seriously.
Hey, hold on. Be nice in the comment section. Be nice. Don't be saying shit about other people's states where they live, okay? Be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas has issues too. We got rednecks here.
Every state has their dark or dirty little secrets, So I'm just saying, Texas, I'm disappointed in Texas that they're opening again for more, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, why? We have higher numbers. We're a red zone.
Hey, what did I just say? I just said be nice in the comment section. Be nice. Don't be chasing off my listeners. I know you're joking, but you need to elaborate with that with the people you're commenting with. Oh yeah, I'll make fun of Kansas all I want. I don't care if I have listeners from Kansas, Alabama, the inbred state of the country.
How are they doing in the pandemic?
You know what state that we need to make fun of? Florida, because everything in Florida tries to kill you.
Florida is America's glory hole. Florida's disgusting.
No, Florida is literally the limp dick of America. Look at a map and tell me I'm wrong.
It is the limp dick of America.
No, seriously. In February or March, they had an advisory warning. Falling iguanas from trees that were killing people.
That's because a lot of people bring illegal animals over there to Florida, and they release them.
Okay, and that's fine. That's one thing, but please, why someone on God's green earth needs to explain to me how you have an advisory warning for falling iguanas from trees. How did the iguana get up there?
They climb.
Yeah.
What kind of tree? Do I have to walk around with an umbrella?
Climb a whole tree.
Is there going to be a sequel to It's Raining Men? Call it It's Raining Lizards?
It's raining lizards.
No, iguana. Florida's our version of Australia that has things that want to kill you. They literally have shark advisories. They have that is if Sharknado were a thing, that's definitely where it would hit. They have alligators. They have raining iguanas from trees.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Disney World.
Hey now, Disney World's alright.
They can climb.
I think they're reopening Disney. That's what I'm hearing right now. I'm like, why?
Why? No.
I don't know. It's Florida. They're losing. I mean, the thing is that from what I understand is that a lot of businesses are losing a shit ton of money because they're not opening, but they depend on these businesses to open and to serve in order to get the money that they need. But I'm like, how come no one saved anything? Especially I understand.
Well, it's because people are desperate right now. People are desperate to reopen the country because we are literally 10 points away from being exactly where we were during the Great Depression.
We're gonna reach that regardless. It's gonna get worse, and we're gonna have to close again. It's gonna be a lot longer.
I mean, they're the country's falling apart. The thing is, a lot of these brick and mortar companies, yes, they're gonna go out of business, and a lot of these rich people are losing a lot. A lot of mom and pop shops are going out. But companies like Walmart and Amazon are thriving because they saw it. I've been telling people, look, everything YouTube, online shopping, people are like, people are like, yes, yeah, they agree with me. Yeah, it's gonna evolve, but little by little, I'm like, no. Before you know it, there's a door right now to start a YouTube channel, start an online business, and that door is going to start closing. Mm-hmm. We're at that point now to where that door is going to close really, really soon because there's so much out there now. There are so many options. There are so many podcasts. There's so many live streams. There's so many online stores now. There are so many people that will deliver straight to your door now. There are a lot of restaurants now that will deliver to you. When was the last time you heard McDonald's? Burger King don't even like to get your order right, and now they're delivering my food.
I thought that's McDonald's.
McDonald's, no, they don't give a fuck. It's all pre-made. It comes shipped like that. It's already in the box. They just throw it in the microwave and then give it to you.
Oh no.
It's the truth. I'm telling you. Remember back in the 90s when you could see the microwave? The microwave's broken. We're going out of business.
Wow.
Remember when Remember when McDonald's had the playpens?
Yes. You mean the germ pits?
Places, yes.
That's how you built up your immune system.
Didn't work for me.
It worked for me.
Our immune system is trash.
So when you go to Anime Matsuri in July, you will have to bring your own mask. Otherwise, you can purchase the Anime Matsuri official face mask that they're going to be giving out. It's literally just a bumper sticker with some rubber bands attached to it.
I believe it.
They're gonna.
I know you're joking, but at the same time, I'm like, it would not pass me that they actually would do that. I haven't seen any of pictures of them. I can't believe they're still actually going to try to do that, but it's whatever. It's going to raise the numbers up once again.
Wait, so Anime Matsuri is still happening?
Yes. They're still saying they're a go.
So, you know what I bought that I'm going to walk around with? Okay, you know how, by the way, like I said, I got your face mask earlier. They're pretty cool. I did get them. So I'm going to leave them out there for a couple days and then wear them. But I did buy a mask so I could walk around in public or when I go walking around the neighborhood or jogging. I bought a Star-Lord helmet. For those of you that don't know, so GameStop right now has a sale for up to 50% off on certain collectibles, statues, Funko Pops, collector's items, not games, not game consoles. So GameStop.com has a sale right now up to 50% off, and if you buy certain items, you do get a discount on top of that. So they have the Hasbro Marvel Legends Star-Lord helmet, the cosplay prop helmet, that is originally $100 for $50 right now. It comes out to 52 or 53 with taxes, and they do free shipping, non-rush. The helmet has it does light up with batteries, and it has built-in headphones so you can listen to music at the same time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Are y'all looking it up?
I'm like up right now, and they have deals of the days. For shopping now, they have the Sega Genesis, and right now it's like $50. Like
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but I'm just saying that GameStop is really desperate on.
No, GameStop has not sponsored us, but they are going out of business, so y'all need to take advantage.
Yeah, for real.
They're not going to survive this pandemic. This is going to be one of the stores that they're just going to shut down.
Y'all need to take advantage of GameStop like Cardi B takes advantage of all the guys she did when she was a stripper.
Oh, here we go. It's $50 off selective statues and props. I'll put it.
You don't need it rushed. No, but it's free shipping, and I got the helmet because it was half off. Right now, that Star-Lord helmet, if you look it up on Amazon, is $129.99. But on Facebook, on GameStop.com, it was $49.99. I just had to pay taxes, and they shipped it out to me. Yes, we do have the link in the comment section. We do have They have a Dragon Ball Z chess set. You can play chess with like Dragon Ball Z. They have the villains on one side and the heroes on the other, and I want it, but it's like $70.
Oh wow, they have some really nice statues.
So if somebody wants to get me that, I would love you. By the way, so part of our initiative for the Patreon program is that when you donate to our Patreon, you see the little banner at the very bottom of the video where it says twitch.tv/Geeks5 or Mixer. So we're going to have another banner right here on the top above where Jen and Saki Kitty are. I don't know if my mouse is like right here at the top. It's going to be scrolling, and it's going to have all the Patreon donators going through there. That's if you do the first tier, which is going to be we don't know how much it's going to be, but it's going to not be expensive at all. More expensive tiers are going to have perks, like you're going to get like a free something like stickers or whatever we can afford on. Or, more expensive tiers, you'll actually be a producer. You'll have a say on what we do, who we interview, like what topics. And you can even be on a podcast, or you can even have a private discussion with us on Zoom, like, how we have our discussions before this. Or you can even join the Geeks Forever meetings or parties. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do to give away. So we are going to start Patreon. So that is something you guys can look out for. You don't have to do it, but it does help us out. We do have the brand ambassador program, which is people that are fans of Geeks Forever that want to help contribute to us by sharing our stuff, sharing the videos, by doing all that. So that is something that all right. So to answer that question, what's funny is AM's not even listed on the events happening on July. Only the Texas Republican Convention. That is also the case with the Convention Center in San Antonio for San Japan. They're also not listed because it's not a commercial event. It's a private event, I guess. So they don't have it listed as that. So that could be why. Because if you really think about it, it is more of a private event. If anything, he's going to ignore the fuckers. He's going to be like, fuck you, say I can't hear you. After what GameStop did to their employees, they deserve to go out of business. I worked for GameStop back in 2007 and 2008, and I can say that place was a hellhole. It was not one of the best places to work. And I'll probably do an entire podcast about working at GameStop.
If there's this one YouTuber, it was Camelot 331, I believe, and he used to work at GameStop and he quit, or he got fired. It's one of the two. But he talks shit about GameStop and like what they've been doing. And so far, he's really good at keeping track as people message him and send him proof of what GameStop is doing. So he tells you like, hey, they're going to close stores. And like GameStop's like, no, we're not. And then like 2 weeks later, oh yeah, we're closing stores. So he gets the dirt ahead of time of what corporate's trying to do.
Well,
and he already stated like, they're going to shut down more stores, and now GameStop is shutting down more stores.
Yeah, but GameStop's also really stupid. Like, at the same time, I'm not trying to like disagree with him, but at the same time, when he says that, GameStop's going to close stores, GameStop has been closing stores for like 15 years because I don't know who's in charge of store locations for GameStop, but they are a fucking idiot. No, I'm dead serious. The Galleria in Houston, Texas, the Houston Galleria, as it's called, had 2 GameStops in the same damn mall.
Why?
Exactly. And they had to close one of them down because it wasn't doing that well. Another location that I know of for sure is in Deerbrook, where Deerbrook Mall is, near Humble, Texas, and Houston, going in the northeast part of town. For those of you that know, it's called Deer Park Mall. No, Deerbrook. It's Deerbrook Mall. There's a GameStop inside the mall, and right across the street from the mall, there's another GameStop.
That's what Marvel did.
There's a GameStop. There are 2 GameStops, like less than 2 miles away from my house. Yeah, there's some parts of town that are lucky to have a GameStop, and there are some parts of town where they have just as many GameStops as they have Starbucks.
And there's too many Starbucks.
Yeah, no, in Washington D.C., there's a block where there's a Starbucks. Like when you go to this intersection, all 4 blocks in that intersection have a fucking Starbucks.
Why? That is. Oh my god.
No. There is in Deerbrook, there is a GameStop and a Think Geek. Just real quick, there is a GameStop and a Think Geek inside the mall, right across from each other inside the mall. So we would go to both because I know when Endgame came out, I got my Captain America shield from that Think Geek, and then we went into GameStop. We spend more time inside the Think Geek because it's a much better store than GameStop. Even though they're owned by the same company, they're not run by the same people. So the people that run Think Geek are a little smarter.
They shut down the Think Geeks up near me. It made me so sad.
No, they are not. Like, they used to be, like, GameStop at one point did run. They were pretty much like the Amazon of video games. Like, they were number 1 at one point. But then Best Buy and Walmart started doing to where you could sell your games to them instead and get credit. And then Amazon just made it so... Amazon does that, too. If you want, they'll give you, like, a couple of bucks for you could sell your games to them, and they'll give you Amazon credit. So, and besides, sometimes Walmart will sell the games for $10 cheaper than GameStop, and Amazon they'll sell you the game, and they'll ship it to your house without you having to leave. And plus, digital gaming has crippled the physical game industry.
And I say it's even, like, now it's used way more because people are like, well, I could just buy it and download it and play it right now. The pandemic that's going on, it's just like, I mean, I like physical copies. You know, I prefer the physical copy of the game. But at the same time, if the digital download is cheap, I'd rather just go ahead and just download it.
I ain't downloading shit if it's at full price. What?
Yeah.
$64? Let me go. And that's the one thing everybody hated about GameStop. Like, we have it used. Oh, for how much? $54.99. But isn't it $59.99?
Oh, there was times where sometimes it will be the used ones will cost more than the new ones, which made no fucking sense.
Okay, I can explain that. I can explain that one actually. So, the way that works is the used games are strictly the property of the GameStop Corporation. They are owned 100% by GameStop. So with the new games, they are not owned by GameStop. They only get an X amount of profit from the new games being sold. That is why GameStop's always pushing for you to buy it used. When I worked there and I was going to be trained to a manager, one of the things they told us we had to do was, if we have it used, try to convince them to buy it used, because that is 100% profit for GameStop. Where if they buy it new, the distributors get so much profit from that, and we actually don't earn that much. And so the sales are actually not up to GameStop. These sales are up to the manufacturers that send out the games in a collaboration with GameStop. So GameStop has no say in. They have a say in the matter, but it's not their decision overall. The used games, though, that is their 100% their decision. There's a lot of things I learned while working at GameStop when I was going to become a store manager. Not a store manager, but I was going to become one of the managers. And there's a lot of shady shit that happens in the back. And there was a lot of shady shit we did.
To have worked there.
Yeah, like I had friends who worked there as well too. It's not a pleasant. I mean, they pitched it as like, "Oh, wouldn't you want to work at a game store? Because we're so cool." And it's just like, nah.
No.
like
they're very, very shady as fuck.
I worked for GameStop in 2007 and 8 when a lot of people called that the Dark Ages. The reason why they called it the Dark Ages is because they could fire you if you didn't meet They could fire you for any reason whatsoever. And a lot of store managers, when they fired you, they still kept you on their payroll so the store could get more hours.
Wow.
I
Isn't
heard
that like illegal?
yes, they've done illegal stuff. They actually, what they did with their subscription subscription was used to be, I think, maybe $12 or something. It was like subscription to GameStop, so you could get the discounts. And it used to be from like 25 to 20 to 15. Now it's like 10. I mean, I decided to describe them because I'm like, I'm not getting anything right now. It's like 10%. That's bullshit, you know. And they were trying to change the subscription, so I decided not to subscribe them anymore. But now, if I were to subscribe to them again, even though I'm a frequent customer and I've been subscribing to them for years, what they're doing is that for new subscriptions, they raised up the price to $14. So they can get that extra $2. But if you're always like, oh, if you want to renew, it's $12, you know. But what if I want to renew in a week or 2 weeks or a month from now? Oh, it's going to be $14 because you're now new and they want to get that extra $2. They actually
shady stuff.
They push subscriptions, especially like, hey, you want this game on warranty for 2 years? You know, they try to like always try to get all this little extra money. And I understand. There's the, trading in phones or stuff, like electronics. And they're basically telling, like, each employee they have to at least do those type of trades or buy these phones for, like, oh, sell your phones at GameStop. Like, yo, you have to do 10 a day. And it's just like,
yeah. So
what?
Yes, the GameStop does have I don't know if they still do because I haven't worked for them for more than 10 years. GameStop had quotas, especially on reservation. This is before the phone. This is when we started. When I was there, they had just started selling phones. There were only like 3 phones, and it was for like a specific phone service that I've never heard of or don't even remember. It no longer exists. So we didn't have to push the phones. We could like try to sell the phones, but they weren't our main priority at the time because this was something that GameStop was trying out for the first time. And this is around the time that GameStop had just stopped. They like a few months before they stopped taking DVDs as trade-ins, and they were getting rid of the DVDs that they had in inventory. So there is one thing cool that I liked about GameStop that I remember, and it was we could check out games. So as an employee, you're allowed to borrow a game from the store without paying for it. It could be new or used. You just had to write it down. The manager had to approve it. If it's a new game, you can only borrow for like a day or two. But if it's a used game, you could borrow for 5 days. And you just had to bring it back. And then there was no, like, you could only do one at a time, but you couldn't do like Halo, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. You couldn't do it like that. You had to do like a pattern, like Halo and then Street Fighter and then this game and then Halo 2. Kind of like that. It was really cool. It was a really good thing. But at the time I was 19, I didn't realize that they were only paying us $7.11. And that was if you were bilingual.
Yeah, they give people, and I heard that they're firing people, managers that are getting like $10, and they're just finding reason to fire them so they could get somebody to work at a much lower rate. It
was Helios. Yes, you are absolutely right. It was Helios. I think that I remember it now. Yes, you are right. It was Helios, and to address the PC Master Race thing, we did sell PC games at GameStop at one point. But the shittiest thing about selling PC games at GameStop is we had to, hey, listen, look, you're about to buy this. There is no refund policy whatsoever. You can't return it, even if it's unopened. Check the specs. Make sure you can meet them, because once you buy it, it's final. It's done.
Ooh, yeah, and then if you come home and then it just doesn't work, then you're kind of borscht.
Yeah, no, I did that once with the very first. I did that once in 2008 with the very first port of the Resident Evil 4 game when it was still on PS2. Damn, Saki, you look like you're falling asleep.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting tired. Cause I like super late because of the cat.
Yeah, we're gonna end it soon. We're gonna do another podcast. We're gonna do it specifically on failing stores in GameStop. Wednesday though, we're gonna do Avatar versus Harry Potter. Huh?
Well, so Harry Potter and Avatar.
On Wednesday. Don't forget Thursday's Matsuri versus Delta Part 3.
Again?
We said we would do like a few before we end it. I think we're going to end it next week. Next week will be our final video about it.
4-part series. Anime Matsuri versus Geeks 5 Ever, the 4-part saga.
Yes. But we will talk more about GameStop next time. Like, remember, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on all social media. It's there at the bottom. We're going to start our Patreon should be started by next Friday. Next week on Friday, we should have a Patreon. We're not expecting for a lot of people to sign up for it. Hopefully a few people, like a couple people, will help us out here and there. We're trying to at least score $20 a month, at least, so it can help us with the restream bill. But I just want help with the restream bill. That's all I want. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking you to... It's like my friend, the one that tries to get laid all the time. He's like, just look at it. Just touch it. I'm not asking you for all that. I'm just asking for a little help here. But if you...
There's some pretty good creators that they only ask for, like, very little money, you know.
I'm not like that one girl who's like, well, if you're going to watch my stream, you need to pay, because it's like stealing or something.
It's like a movie, guys. You have to pay for like a movie. So like every time you watch us, it's like $20. You know, oh my god.
Oh no.
You're wearing too much clothes for $20.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It is a trash talking podcast.
Terrible. That's great. It was terrible.
It was terrible joke. Bad
You
Goku.
didn't tell her that too. So you're wearing too much clothes.
I'm wearing more clothes than you from like the waist up. It looks.
How do you know I wasn't talking to the both of you? How dare you single me out?
You're wearing too much clothes too.
It's a bare minimum requirement.
I just woke up. I look like I just woke up.
I've been running around all day today. I'm just like tired.
Yeah, I've been running around too.
And
all right, so
up and I have.
Is there anything you want to say before we go ahead and before we end the stream?
Okay.
We'll go with Saki Kitty first.
Oh no, you go first.
Why do I go first? I'm the one who ends it.
Oh.
Okay. Well then, I'll go. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can catch me back on twitch.tv/ZionFox. I'm getting back into streaming. Currently, I am going to be streaming on Sundays and Tuesdays, so catch me tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then just come back.
To give the time zone.
Dude, I did my first stream in a long time last night, and it was like a 4-hour stream, and I got 4 new subs and like 2 new followers, and like I like almost cried on stream. It was like very wholesome. So if you want wholesome content, come visit me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I haven't gotten like. I was planning to, but I have no idea if I'm gonna ever do that. Okay, so I'm putting a link right now to my shop to buy some masks. There's free shipping for masks, so buy some shit. I would suggest buy 2 masks, so you have 1 for now and 1 for later. Just trying to help out. You know, you can always donate. It's $4 each. If you want to donate a mask, it's $6. You get 1, and another person gets 1. That's how Goku got 2.
That's right. Yeah, because I'm poor. I'm poor. You help Goku out because I'm a poor Mexican. The Home Depot's closed.
Oh no.
No, I'm out of work. Honestly, I am out of work. and I worked in a
I
freight
think
company.
a lot of people are
Me too.
work. We're all poor now.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the stream. Join us again on Wednesday at 7. Hopefully at 7. We're always having technical difficulties, or we're always running late because I have to do errands and stuff like that. We have lives, unfortunately. Join us again on Wednesday we're going to do Harry Potter versus Avatar discussion. Like, because some people believe that the Avatar nations should be just as big, if not bigger, than the whole discussion about which house in the Hogwarts are you, like Jigglypuff or whatever the hell they're called. I don't know. So also Thursday, was it Jigglypuff, Hufflepuff, something like that?
No,
Marshmallow
it's
guy.
Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Hufflepuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I knew one of them was Puff.
Like one of them is Jigglypuff.
You can follow Saki Kitty on Facebook or Instagram.com/Saki Kitty. We're gonna start doing the scrolling advertisement, like in the bottom where it says "Please follow us." We're gonna start doing that for all of our hosts, so that way you can also follow them. You can also follow them on like I said, Twitch, Twitch, Instagram. I am dead tired. I am so tired today. Also, remember Wednesday, like I said, is Avatar versus Harry Potter. Thursday, we're going to do another Anime Matsuri versus Delta HCon discussion. For those of you that don't know, Anime Matsuri and Delta HCon are two conventions being hosted in July in Texas, in Houston, Texas. They are both going on during the current crisis pandemic. And they are still going despite the crisis with infectees still rising at an alarming rate. So are they in the wrong? Or are they justified for hosting? Hey, you got a new fan, Saki Kitty. You can also follow us. You can also follow us on Twitch. Friday, I haven't done it the last 2 Fridays, but Friday is our terrible fan fiction where I read shitty fan fiction. And Saturday, hopefully, we'll have another guest this weekend. Not all the hosts that are here join us on Saturday, so that's good because I don't need 5 or 6 people on the video anyway. I was gonna start cutting people like, hey, take the day off. All right, guys. I'm Goku. I'm also known as King Mexico. And join us again. Oh, on my private Facebook, I'm going to start doing daily blogs. And I'm also going to do those for YouTube. So if you want to follow me on that, you can add me on Facebook. I am Jesse Goku Brasino. You can add me on Facebook and watch my streams and follow me on there. You can also follow me on Instagram. All right, guys. Peace.